Hi, and welcome to Social Work 420 or Social Work 480, Decolonizing Social Work with Indigenous Communities. My name is Jamie Jensen. I'm the Distributed Learning Coordinator here for the Department of Social Work at Humboldt State University. I want to welcome you to the very first of our series of distributed learning courses. This is just an 8-week sample and is by no means representative of the diversity of experiences you would get if you were to do our entire program, but it should give you a taste of how our online courses function. If it's okay with you, I'd like to take a moment just to go over some important aspects of this course. In the upper right corner, you'll notice the instructor for this course is Serenity Bowen. Serenity has been on our faculty for 6 years, I believe, now, and I'm going to let her introduce herself to you and tell you more about what she brings to the class. But I know you're in good hands and you're going to enjoy working with Serenity over the next 8 weeks. As you scroll down, you'll notice that there's the first introductory block of the course, which describes and sets the tone for what you should expect to learn in this program, or in this course. You can start the course by following the Begin By checklist, thoroughly reviewing the syllabus, which will be your go-to document for this course. So any questions related to assignment details, due dates, or grading policies can be found there. You also have I'm also asking that you review the grading rubric for discussion forums. Each week there is discussion thought questions posted for you to respond to. Feel free to expand on these. So this should be, the way your week should look. You do your weekly reading, respond to the discussion forums, and then come back and interact with your classmates and comment and challenge and add to the posts that they have created. Remember, one thing that we're going to be asking you as a faculty is to think about how are the things that you're reading about and learning about still relevant today in tribal communities. Be thinking about that and address that when appropriate. The next step is to review and print the course study guide. The course study guide is just a compilation of both the syllabus and the documents and information that you will see through week 1 through 8 of this course. So it's just a hard copy that will give you the guidance that you need in case you wanted that. You don't have to print it, but if you print it, it'll be an extra resource for you. We've also included library resources under your course resources, so you can know where to go to access the information that you need to be successful. The next step would be to go to the virtual student lounge in the forums below. You'll see that right here, student lounge. What I'd like to ask is that you introduce yourself, write a brief introduction of your name, where you live, city, county, state, and what brings you to this course. What are your interests and what are your experiences in working in tribal communities or engaging with tribal communities, if you have any. Share that with each other and get to know each other. You'll be working together closely over the next 8 weeks, and it's good to know where everyone is coming from. After reviewing the materials that we've just covered, go to Module 1 for the introduction to your first activity. As you can see, the course is broken up into 8 weeks. Each week takes a certain time period and covers that in your reading, or prompts you to think about that through your reading experiences and added materials. While this is on here now and you have access to it, we don't encourage that you work too far ahead. Serenity will be giving you feedback in your forums, and that may prompt you to look at the new material for the upcoming week in a little different way. So just be aware of that. While it's flexible, the expectation is that you do week 1 work within the time period October 15th to October 21st. Hope that makes sense. If not, email us and we'll clarify for you. In week 2, we'll be looking at the early colonial period. Week 3, experiences and consequences of expansion. You'll notice also in week 3 that you have a live collaborate session from 6 to 8 p.m. This will be the session where Serenity and I check in with you to see how you're doing in the course. How is the material that you're learning about integrating into the way that you think about social work and partnerships with tribal communities? We'll also assign your groups at that point for your final presentation. The second half of the class will be structured as a collaborative learning activity in which you'll be working with two of the other students to develop a final PowerPoint and paper that will be presented live in a webcast and Collaborate session on the last week, in week 8. To join the Collaborate session, you'll just click on this Collaborate session link. You can see that it's not set up right now, so we can't access it. However, 30 minutes prior to this time, there will be a button that's a link that says join here. Click on that link and go in and test your audio and video. I'll be giving more information on that as we go along. So let's go back to class. In week 5, we talk about self-determination and sovereignty. You'll watch a couple short videos and post your discussion forum. Week 6, you get a break for Thanksgiving or a harvest break for you to be able to get caught up, spend a little time with your family, and start to think about what your final presentation will look like. In week 7, resurgence in contemporary times, and we'll look at current and social and political circumstances in the U.S. And then finally in week 6, we're going to make sense of it all through a live session. This is where you would submit your paper and presentation and join the Collaborate session to do your final presentation on December 14th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. You'll see this in the syllabus, but each group presentation will be no more than 30 minutes. So we'll expect that each student participates in that and presents an equal share of time, but the whole presentation will not be more than 30 minutes. I hope this helps you to understand how to use the course. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, and then let's get started.